Here's the question. What do you know about the words complementary and supplementary? Talking about geometry, talking about angles, complementary and supplementary. Tell me about one of them, please, Lindsay.
Complementary is when two angles equal 90 degrees.
Okay. Some of you may want to be writing down some notes, because these are what you're going to be working with. We're going to be able to identify complementary and supplementary angles, and then find measurements, the missing measurement when you're dealing with those types of angles. Okay? Now, Lindsay said complementary angles, the sum of the angles equals what, Lindsay?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. Molly, what about supplementary angles?
They add up to 180.
Supplementary angles, their sum is 180 degrees. Okay? Which is exactly what our key ideas for this section are. There's some pictures here, but that's it. That's the basis of this whole section and this group that we're going to work on today. Yes, sir. There aren't any that we call 360 degrees, no. So just your complementary and supplementary. All right? And one of the ways that I remember it, or have remembered it in the past, is I think of the alphabet. I've got C and S in the alphabet. Which one comes first? C. Which one is the smaller measurement that the sum is? It's the 90 degrees. And so for me, 90 degrees and C go together. And so then I do the same thing with the supplementary. It's farther down the alphabet. It's also the larger sum. So that's how I remember them. Okay? You need to be able to grab onto it so that you can remember. Having that information, you can look at angles and you can identify if they're complementary, supplementary, or neither. Well, look at A. Is A complementary, supplementary, or neither? We're going to say 1 is complementary, 2 is supplementary, 3 is neither, okay? 1, 2, or 3. She didn't catch it, so that's all right. So, is A complementary, supplementary, or neither? 1, 2, 3, showdown. What's it going to be? Okay, what's the sum of the angles here? 70 plus 110 is 180, so it has to be supplementary. You're right, Tyler. That is easy enough. What about B? Complementary, supplementary, or neither? We're going to show. Complementary, we're going to give a finger show of 1, 2, or 3 for neither. Okay? That way, it's just quick and easy. 1, 2, 3. Showdown. Come on, guys. Nobody should be looking around on this one, because we're adding them, right? And it is 1, because 49 plus 41 equals 90 degrees, so it has to be complementary. Okay? What about the last one? What about the last one? Complementary, supplementary, or neither? I have 128 degrees and 62 degrees. 1, 2, 3. Showdown. Better have 3, because that's neither. What's the sum of those angles?
90.
It is neither. Okay. Take a look at number 1. Same thing. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3. Showdown. Okay. 26 plus 64 equals 90, doesn't it? About through. So it has to be complementary. You've got a calculator even. So you guys should be able to get these pretty quick for me. Number 2, 136 and 44 degrees. Are they complementary, supplementary, or neither? Well, I can rule one of them out real quick, can't I? There's no way it's complementary. One of the angles is greater than the sum. It's supposed to be for complementary. So now I've only got a 50-50 chance here to get it right. 1, 2, 3. Showdown. Okay, what is 136 plus 44?
180.
So doesn't that make it supplementary? What about number 3? What about number 3? 19 degrees and 70 degrees. Showdown. Better have a 3. It's neither, because isn't that 89 degrees?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what if these, okay, we got to tell whether the angles are complementary or supplementary, and then find the value. Well, what does that red square tell you? So I know it's what type of an angle. They're complementary, so I know they're C. And then I have to solve and find out the value of x. So 4x plus 36 has to be equal to 90. What is x? 4x plus 36 has to be equal to 90. It's an equation. I just have to solve it. Take what I know, plug it in, solve for x. Quickly, I'm going to drop that down so I can show what's going on. What's the first thing I'm going to have to do to be able to solve this? G?
Subtract 36 from each side.
Minus 36 from both sides. These two cancel. I have 4x equals 54. What do I need to do next? What am I going to do next? Divide by 4. So now x equals 13.5. Have I answered the question? I always want to go back and double check that question. So if all I need to know is the value of x equals 13.5, I'm done. If it said give the value of both angles, what is the measurement of both angles, what would that be? 36 degrees and if I was asked to tell the measure of both angles. But it didn't ask me, so I didn't have to on this one. But I always want to double check when I get the value of x and make sure I answered the question. B, are they complementary or supplementary? What should they be? Look at them. What do you think they're going to be here? Michael, what kind would they be? Complementary or supplementary? Supplementary. It is a straight line which measures 180. Okay, so they are supplementary. And then it wanted to know what is the value of x. Madison, what's the value of x?
92.
What was that?
92.
How do you know that?
Because x plus x is 2x, then subtract 4, and so then you would actually add 4 to 180. So that is 2x equals 94
Absolutely correct. Because I'm adding those two together. And I could have showed you one step further and said x plus 2x minus 4 equals 180. Okay? And then it's just a matter of solving the equation. Okay? You thought you were getting away from equations, right? I told you you weren't getting away from them. Okay, if I ask you to draw a pair of adjacent supplementary angles so that one angle has a measure of 60 degrees. Go get your protractors. If you don't have them now, you're going to need them. Draw it on your whiteboard would be fine.
It was on the other print.
You have to draw supplementary angles. So you know the two angles have to equal 180 degrees. And one of the angles, according to the instruction, has to be 60 degrees. So basically, what I'm going to do is I just drew a straight line. Okay? Got my straight line in there. Then I'm going to use my protractor and come up with a 60-degree angle. Okay? There, and I can move that out of the way. I have a 60-degree angle. What's the other angle going to have to be? How much? 120. Good. Okay. And these two angles are now supplementary. Okay. This is just constructing angles like we did before. It is easy, isn't it? I like doing it in some ways. Some ways I don't. But you just have to be precise. Remember that accuracy is important on this when you're doing the drawings. Okay? Showdown. Let's see what you got. Looks good. If you already erased it, it'll be okay. Okay? Good. Drawing angles, constructing angles, anybody have a problem with that? Okay? Tell whether the angles are complementary or supplementary and find the value of x. Do number 4 for me. Let's do one more of those. Number 4. Complementary or supplementary. They have to be one or the other. And find the value of x. Now, if they're supplementary, we know that their sum is equal to 180. your name. This is good. You will take this one plus this one. Gosh, what you
Just asking for X.
So, you see all of that first. You're still gonna have to move this one. So typically we simplify this side first. So we have this. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, are they complementary or supplementary? They are supplementary. What is the measure of X? Tyler? Good job. X equals 33.5. Good. Anybody not get that? Fist to 5, where are you at on finding the unknown with complementary and supplementary angles? Okay, I want to go ahead and give you an assignment. It's not a great big one, but I need you to be able to work with it. And I want you to do, I've got a worksheet that I'm going to give you. It's a math journal page, so you know it's not very big.
I brought my math journal.
Yeah, but it's the math journal that I'm using. It's not out of yours. And then I want you to go to page 281 on the spiral. Okay, so I've got, what page is that worksheet, Miss Shelley?
150.
And the textbook page.
281, 28 through 30.
Thank you. That's it.